From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
How you doing? The kids have come to play today. You won't believe what I'm about to tell you. With all due respect, have several seats. My girls are always turned out. I give it to you straight, no chaser.
Now, here's Wendy.
Back at you. Another one. Thanks for watching. Say hello to my co-host. My studio audience. How you doing? I'm doing okay. Let's get the week started. It's time for Hot Topics. Come on. I had a very busy weekend. I hope you had a nice restful weekend. I was in LA, and the way we go to LA is we do it 24 hours, we hit everything, and then we come back home, because to me, there's no place like home. So, but shout out to Ellen, shout out to Maria Menounos, a special shout out to Jason Kennedy, Conan O'Brien, Tracy Edmonds at Extra, like literally get off the plane and hustle, you know? And the cherry on top is when we were checking out of the hotel, going to the airport, this guy comes up, he says, "The boss wants to see you." Yeah, I got my bag in the crook of my arm. I'm like, who? He was being embellishing. It was Rick Ross. Yeah. So Rick was in a Rolls Royce. It was really shiny. And he got out, and you know, I hadn't seen him in like 10 years. And so this is us outside of the airport. I whispered to him, I'm like, between the two of us, we're like 100+ pounds down. From 10 years ago. This is 10 years ago in the club. I put it on my Facebook. A lot of you all said I look faded. Well, I was. Why be in the club if you're not gonna get a little faded? And then more people said that I've had a nose job. Well, I can't help it if I've got a cute button nose. That when you put your sunglasses on and you push them down, you can get a nose job too. All you gotta do is push them down, you know, or have expert makeup contouring, you know, as opposed to being sweaty and faded in the club. Anyway, hi, Rick Ross. It was really nice to see you, and shout out to everyone in LA. Thank you for your hospitality. I'm really happy for Ciara, aren't you? She scored big. So Ciara is engaged to her quarterback, Russell Wilson. They're like Tom Brady and Giselle, aren't they? You know, like nice-looking people who, well, I didn't originally think he was nice-looking, but do you know how sometimes when you get with someone, all of a sudden a person's penny is shined up more and they look a little nicer looking? You know, like a lot of you all wouldn't mess with Jay-Z, but now he's with Beyonce, all of a sudden he's nice looking. Just saying. So he gave her this gigantic ring. It's worth a lot of money. It's not even a ring, it's a tumor on her finger. And she was shocked. He gave her like 30 different places to visit. You know, and he was, I guess, planning the proposal, but he goes like, here's the list of places, where do you wanna go? So she said that she wanted to go to the Seychelles. And the Seychelles, those are a series of islands off the coast of Africa, the Seychelles. But they've only been dating for 11 months. Now, he's been married before, but he has no children. And now she's never been married, but she does have children. Well, the one little boy, Future, if I were Future, I think I might be somewhere on the Tallahassee Bridge contemplating. Cause she wins, like she wins. There is no future in catting around. You know, once you get your beloved and then you get married and stuff, at least while it works, you win. I would feel bad about this. They've only been dating for 11 months and that little Future is young enough not to even remember Big Future being a main part of his life. So, in other words, little Future is gonna end up calling Russell Daddy. He's not gonna call him Russell or Mr. Russell. He's gonna call him Daddy, and that's the dad he's gonna remember. Well, I'm really happy for Russell because there are a lot of people, like I don't follow sports unless they intersect with hot topics. So this particular story has him, you know, at top of mind for people like me. I would never have even known who Russell Wilson was. I don't watch basketball. I love playing with you all. So like I was saying, I don't watch soccer, so I wouldn't have known who he was, you know? And so for people like me, this brings him, you know, a bigger platform, right? We know him even more. And for her, well, I'm happy for her because this relationship has actually saved her from struggling with that career because, well, welcome to the show. And so now they can finally have sex because, you know, they've been abstaining for these 11 months. Good luck, you crazy kids. Good luck. Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he said. You know, Donald Trump's presidential campaign has been reaching new lows. But over the weekend, his rallies, first of all, they've been turning violent. But over the weekend, there was a clash with a 70-year-old man. Well, all right, well, this is one of many things that happen. And it always seems like it's black against white. And I don't really, you know, he is baiting people with weak minds, people who can't think for themselves, and he knows exactly what he's doing. But you don't get points for baiting weak people who happen to be racist themselves. So, Donald is saying that he doesn't condone violence, but you know what? He promotes violence at his rallies. If you listen closely to what he says, there's always something volatile going off. Take a look.
He was swinging, he was hitting people, and the audience hit back. And that's what we need a little bit more of.
You know what they used to do to guys like that when they were in a place like this? They'd be carried out on a stretcher, folks. Like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
No politician's gonna solve it. I was going to say they're full of but I won't say that. So if you see somebody getting ready to throw a tomato, knock the crap out of them, would you? Seriously. Okay? Just knock the hell. I promise you, I will pay for the legal fees, I promise.
This is like, you know, when you first heard that he was running for president, you thought it was a joke, you know, that he was just another guy doing it. But this joke has now gone too far. And and Donald was a friend of our show. You know, he's been on here several times, but now he's just played himself out of position. I don't, and you know, and it's a shame because his kids seem to be decent kids, but now we don't even like you. Oh my gosh, you're standing. You're so passionate. But can I just say this? Like that Ivanka Trump, she makes good, reasonably priced stuff like Jessica Simpson. But if I were you, I'd throw away my Trump gear. All of it. And it, you know, because at this particular point, you know, Donald is 69 years old. You can't tell me that grown children don't have some sort of authority over their own parents. If you're lucky enough and your parents are still alive, I mean, you act like it's okay for them to tell you what to do, but we really do our own thing. But you can definitely manipulate your parents with regard to modern times. You know, like mommy, they don't wear scarves like that anymore. You know, the younger generation, you know, we wear scarves like this. She's like, oh, Wendy, that's fabulous. You know, daddy, nobody combs their hair like that anymore. They comb it like this. Oh, Wendy, you know what I mean? So where are these kids? And yeah, I'm blaming them also. Where are the kids saying, four ladies in the front over near Jason and Norman are like the stone-faced killers. They are looking at me like, really? We are here to support Trump. That's okay, we're gonna jump you during commercial. No, I like your pants, they're very groovy. Groovy. Anyway, I just feel like at some point the kids were supposed to have stepped in like 10 rallies ago to educate their father on how being racist was never cool, and especially not now. And they're also he's endangering their entire family. You realize that? Anyway. Guess who's coming to reality TV? And me and Norman are gonna watch with a snack. Mariah Carey. Well, why not? This is a recent picture of her. Like the dress, like the diamonds. Boobs stand firm. Yup. Mariah's show is gonna be focusing on the behind-the-scenes drama of her Vegas residency. Now, I think that this is perfect. Why? I don't wanna see Nick. I don't care about seeing her fiance. I barely care about seeing the kids. What I wanna see is screws loose and falling on the ground. I wanna see Mariah drive herself to the store. You know, I wanna see her get in a hot tub with an evening gown. I wanna see her being carried every place. You know, that's what you wanna see. And, you know, during our Hot Topics meeting this morning, people were like, well, hasn't she done reality TV already? I said, no. She did that episode of Cribs on MTV that will go down in infamy. Remember she got on the treadmill with the heels? And she had a room with cherries on the wallpaper? Hello Kitties, the Hello Kitty room. A mess. And, you know, she's so loose up here in her mind. I don't think that this reality show will hurt her career at all, because we remember at the end of the day that she will always be one of the greatest singers of all time. Even, you know, On her worst day, she sings better than them all. So this will not hurt her career, and we already know that she's ticky boom. So she's not gonna expose us to any behavior that we haven't seen. Remember when she came in on TRL and Carson Daly was hosting, and she came with a good humor ice cream truck and some poom poom shorts, and then started losing her mind right in front of all of us? All right, well, after our show is over today, then you get on the Googler, and you'll see that. I would watch this over the Britney Spears reality show. I was just telling you last week that Britney, they want to do a behind the scenes of Britney in Vegas. But even though both of them have a tick, if I could only watch one, I would watch this one. Clap if you'd watch the Britney. Clap if you'd watch the Mariah. Clap if you don't give a damn. By the way, and shout out to you too, Jason Bateman. It was very nice to run into you. Well, what had happened was, I finished doing the Conan show and I was going outside and getting in the car, and Jason was also on the same episode, but you know, we didn't see each other inside. We saw each other outside. And so he goes, Wendy, with an open arm. Now to me, I'm still like Wendy from the radio, Wendy from Jersey. So, you know, I get a little flustered. You know, I'm like, who? Oh, me, right? So he had his car keys in his hand. He drove himself to his interview and left, which I found wonderful because, you know, so often celebrities are so coddled and everything. A black Mercedes. It was a 500. It was really clean, like all the cars in California. And he used his blinker to get out of the parking lot. Yeah. So when President Obama was first elected in 2008, the girls looked like this. And they're all grown up and they're really beautiful, and now they look like this. It's our hot shot of the day. Hit it. You know, this Sasha over here, she almost looks, huh? Oh yeah, Sasha. She looks almost Romanesque, like she should be on a coin or something. Like a nice nose, beautiful eyes, just, and then this Malia right here, she's on her way. Sasha is 14. Yup, that's what the boys are dealing with. And Malia is 17 and she's on her way to college. And I think that they both look really, really beautiful. By the way, Michelle, you look really great also. Yeah. Michelle is like the rest of us. She has 25 packs of hair in her head too. And I like the relationship that the president has with the president of Canada. Did you see them both talking together and stuff? At one point, the president of Canada was looking at our president romantically. Not in a romantical way, but just in like admiration. Anyway, I really like it, and it looks like the two first ladies probably went someplace and had private shots of tequila. Like fun, like fun. 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 As a matter of fact, it looks like the four of them after the whole event went out and had shots of tequila. Like fun. Well, John Stamos is officially off the market. Well, he's dating this actress named Caitlyn. Which brings to mind, so we missed Caitlyn last night?
We did.
What were we watching?
Probably Potomac or something.
Well, I was watching a movie on Lifetime that went from 8 to 10. But at 9 o'clock, I started getting distracted because I was watching Potamkin, Maryland Housewives. Potomac. Potomac. Sorry. Growing up as a young girl in Jersey, there was a Cadillac dealer named Potamkin. You remember it? And that's where so my mind is, okay. Anyway, I was watching them and I never even gave Caitlyn a thought. Clap if you watched Caitlyn last night. Well, because I think it's true what they said. They only gave Caitlyn a second season because, you know, Chris tied somebody up and threatened him or something. No, it's like a pity second season. They didn't want to give her a second season. And now she's on there talking about being a Republican, and there are a lot of gay rights issues that she's not necessarily down with. And I just saw the commercials for it, but I didn't see the actual episode. Not one person here saw Caitlyn last night. Yes! Well, anyway, this is the actress Caitlyn. And Caitlyn and John Stamos have known each other for a little while. They were on the same episode of Law & Order SVU years ago. But I guess things didn't pop off at that time. Anyway, she is 2 decades younger than him. He's like a 50, 51. He's a good one. 52. Yeah. And he says he wants kids. So, she looks fertile. And so maybe it'll happen for him with her. I have no idea. You know, I still miss him. By the way, I wonder if she's Greek. Because he's one of those people, I think of him as like king of all Greeks. John Stamos. You know, he's got the Greek yogurt thing going on, and, you know, and his last name when he was on Full House was something Greek. Yeah, Katsidopoulos or something. Something with an opolis at the end. And Katsopoulos. Yeah. So, you know, I wonder if he's Greek, and or she's Greek, and if she's not, is his family pissed? I picture them being pissed, you know, like Greek to the bone. You know, I picture them being pissed. Anyway, so congratulations to him. I still think of Rebecca Romaine when she was married to him. In my mind, I have to pull back from saying Stamos. Like Rebecca Romaine Stamos, Rebecca Romaine Stamos. Yeah, she got herself a good one in that Jerry O'Connell, though. You know what I'm saying? Her present husband. She got herself a good one. Anyway, congratulations to you, John Stamos. We'll be watching and talking. We always do.